time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself, I felt it in.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. Got my bro Dave. Before I bring up Dave, y'all see Tomo not here. All right, happy birthday to Tomo's daughter. It's her birthday today. We're gonna give a happy birthday to her, to the young princess. But
yeah, happy birthday.
Yes, sir. And then I got my bro with me, got the other one with me, my other brother with me, got my man Dave. What's good, Dave? How you doing today?
Hey, I'm feeling good. Joe, guess what? I got a present today in the mail, man.
Okay.
As you can see, I got my D-Wade shirt on today. So shout out to my boy Vaughn. We had a bet. What's funny is on the label he put front running Dave. Because when we made the bet, we were up one. Miami was up 1-0 in the series. So I made a little bet. They still had a chance to win it, but we won the series 3-1. And the bet was a shirt, and I got my shirt. So shout out to you, Vaughn. And we made a bet for next season. So next season is on. So there's no such thing as front running this time. So we made it for next season as well. Shout out to Vaughn. But it's Monday. The weekend was over. We had some things that happened in the playoffs. We had some news that happened today. So Joe, I think you know what time it is. I know Tomo not here, but you know what time it is.
All right, yeah, I got you. Hold on, I got you.
Turn me up.
Let's get it. Hey, I'm happy. It's good. Miami's about to play in a little bit. We up 2-1 right now. King series tied 2-2, just like I predicted. Suns are up 3-1. All my series is starting to sort of go the way I thought it would, except for my own series.
Which was good for you.
Exactly, good for me. But that's the only one that shocked me. But hey, let's talk about these topics today, my man. I'm ready. I'm ready today.
Let's get it. Shout out to Javon being a man of his word, paying his dues, right? Respect to that. But y'all, we got a lot to talk about. Like Dave said. But before we get started, make sure y'all like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Today we clicked over 600 subscribers. We are so happy about that. We want to thank everybody that participated, that actually was a subscriber, that will subscribe in the future. We on the way to 1,000 very soon by June. Excited about that. So if you haven't subscribed, press that subscribe button. Also, share this video with somebody that y'all know personally so they could come on and watch live with you. All right, because you could be involved in the show by using that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting down throughout the show. We're going to throw them on the screen like we have been doing so far. And Dave, talk about those IG chats we have going on.
Man, look, these IG chats have been on fire lately. I know we got one coming up soon with a battle between me and Blaze that involves Russell Westbrook. So we got that one coming up soon. Hopefully, pretty soon. We've been waiting for about 2 weeks. I feel like it's been like a 2-week vacation or something like that. I don't know what's going on, but I'm ready for it. And the playoffs have been fire. I think there's only been one boring series so far this year, and that's the Nuggets and Timberwolves. So I think the fans could understand why we haven't talked about that series. I mean, no one really cares about it. But some NFL news has happened. Aaron Rodgers is finally a New York Jet. Well, not officially, but the trade has been made. It's going to be sent to the office in a couple of days. So these are the news that we put in all these chats. So we got NBA mixed in with the WNBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, college football, college basketball, men's and women's, and then we got boxing that's mixed in with some UFC. So, like I said, we put all the news in there, whether it's a legal case, breaking news, no matter what it is, and when it comes out, we put it in there. So all breaking news we put out in all of that. And then the VIP chat is the Refuse to Lose chat where we talk about any and everything. Joe said that more than likely, sooner or later, we're going to talk some more business stuff in there in the chat. So if you're in the Refuse to Lose chat, look out for that. Joe said he's going to be sending that message out pretty soon. And it'll be on Zoom. It's not going to be live on the show. It's going to be on Zoom, basically talking with you guys. I mean, see, if you guys were in the Refuse to Lose chat, you have access to that. So if you had a business or something like that, and, we'd be able to help you out because this is not just a YouTube show. This is a network. This is a network that Joe is building. So if you want to, get some help, get out there, we can help you with that. Shout out to Joe for doing that. And then shout out to everybody in the Refuse to Lose family. We wouldn't be this big if it wasn't for you guys. So shout out to all of you, all the supporters that we've had since Joe started and since me and Tomo had started in November, I think it was November 16th of last year.
You remember?
Oh yeah, got it in my head. So since then we've been a part of the show and we've been doing whatever we can to help out. So I'm happy, I'm excited. Let's get it. Oh, by the way, shout out to Vaughn for the parlay chat as well. Gotta make sure I mention that.
Absolutely. All right. So, hey, look, Tomo been texting us throughout the show. He got me pumped, man. I'm ready for the show, man. Shout out to Tomo. But look, last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. So we got some breaking news today, y'all. Breaking news. Shout out to my cousin Tyreek, Houston Rockets fan. Udoka finalizing a deal with the Houston Rockets, y'all. Houston Rockets, the worst team in the West. Sorry to say that, but Houston Rockets, second worst team, I think, behind the Spurs. Or probably the worst. But Dave, we're gonna talk about that real quick. What was your reaction, and how would this work? Udoka being a Rocket now.
I'll say this. I'm glad Ime Udoka got an opportunity to be a head coach again. I think we had discussed this before when the situation happened in Boston, that we wanted to know exactly. Okay, Tom, well, I see you. We have 601. Let's get it. But when we talked about Ime Udoka, we talked about this situation. We wanted to know why the woman wasn't, put out there, because it was a consensual relationship. But this is not about that. This is about him having an opportunity to be back in the NBA, back as an NBA coach, and he got some good players over there. So I think this is going to work out for them. Not saying they're going to go to the playoffs immediately, but who knows? If James Harden is really talking about going back to Houston, it's definitely a possibility. So shout out to Houston. Shout out to Ime Udoka, who finally got an opportunity to go back. No, Tomo, I was not referring to that. So Tomo said that he thought I was referring to the strip clubs. No, I'm not referring to the strip clubs. I'm talking about the actual playoffs. So, Ime Udoka, congratulations. So I'm glad you're back in the league.
Yeah, man, great situation for Udoka. Great situation for the Houston Rockets. You mentioned they got some good players. Jalen Green. We all know about Jalen Green, scoring machine. He averaged 22 this year, but we know he has a high ceiling when it comes to scoring. And, you got Jabari Smith, rookie. He played good last year. He's going to be all first-team rookie. And then my man Sengun. Sengun is like a little Sabonis out there, a little Jokic, all right? I mean, when we played him, he had a 10-10-10 triple-double, but it's all, So they got a nice squad over there. Kean Martin Jr., I think he's a guy with some grit, who plays hard, high flyer. So I think with Udoka coming in, they could make some noise next year, Dave. I don't know if you noticed, Dave. They got a lot of people falling on the books this year. People like John Wall, people like Derek Favors, right? They are projected to have $65 million in cap space next year. And Houston is a non-state tax, right? No state taxes in Texas. So you can save money just by playing in Houston. So, and Udoka is a proven coach who led a team to the NBA Finals in his first year as a head coach. So Houston's going to be a little attractive destination for some free agents to go to. So Kevin Porter Jr. is still on the roster. I do think that they will trade Kevin Porter Jr. Get him out of there because having two scoring guards like point guards for real, Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. I think they should trade Kevin Porter and get a better piece, probably a legit point guard. So I love the move. Shout out to my cousin Ty. Like I said, I'm happy for him and all the Houston Rockets fans, and I'm happy for Udoka for getting another opportunity.
Yeah, they definitely got a good squad. They got a chance. To me, Houston would have opportunity to be the OKC of this year. Have a great opportunity to be in the playing tournament and possibly, make it in. But who knows? We'll see. But they got a squad. They got a squad.
Yeah. I'm mad he in the West. I'm mad he's in the West. I was hoping he go to Toronto. You feel me? I was hoping he go
Hey, well, he was like, "Nah, I want to stay in the U.S. and I want to go where there's no state taxes." So, hey,
we played on Bama's we played on people 4 times this year.
damn.
But it's all good. It's all good. All right, man. Go to the next game. Hey, Miami Heat, man. Miami Heat, stand up. Miami Heat is out 2-1 against the Milwaukee Bucks. Right? Giannis hasn't played the last 3 games. Well, last 2.5 games, obviously, which is all the games. And he's expected to return tonight, Dave. So, we know Giannis was hurt and y'all up right now, but can y'all beat this team, right? In this year's series when Giannis is on the court? Talk to me, David.
Yes, we can beat them. I really think that we can. Yes, and like you said, I understand that Giannis has been out. But I looked at that game 1 really closely when he was out on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that much of a difference from when he was on the floor from when he wasn't, honestly, just to me. I understand that he draws a lot of fouls and he puts a lot of teams in foul trouble. But we played him pretty well. He wasn't necessarily really – we did our best to not foul him while he was on the floor. We defended him pretty well. So, to me, it all depends on how we play. But I think we have an opportunity to win this series. And, yeah, I do understand that he was out 2 games, but one of those games we got blown out. We got blown out in game 2. And then in game 3, we came back and blew him out, beat him by 22. So, I think we got a good chance to win this series. I originally picked us to lose in 5, but if we do lose, it'll be in 6, of course, now. But I'm picking us to win this series now. I'm flipping my pick, and I'm picking us to win this series. I'm picking us to win this series in 6.
Okay, Dave, talking with conviction. That's what I'm talking about. That's the Dave I want to hear.
Yeah, I switched it out, and plus I gotta put up some stats, Joe.
Okay, go ahead.
There's some stuff. Give me a second to get my notes. I want you to go ahead and talk. Give your points, and I'm gonna give you my stats.
Oh, okay. Let me go. Okay, all right. Look, after saying all that, David, I got the Bucks winning still. All right, yeah, the Bucks winning still. And here's the key factor to Miami for winning this series: 3-point shooting. That's simple. All right. In the games y'all won, David, y'all shot 60% from the 3-point line.
Mm-hmm.
In the one game y'all lost, y'all shot 44%, which is not bad. But guess what? In the first half, y'all shot 29% from 3, and they shot 57% from 3, and the score was 81-55.
Yeah.
So that's it, and that's y'all all year. The inconsistency. Like, are y'all going to hit the 3 ball? And we all know when Giannis come back, it's going to free up the floor. It's going to open up the floor much more. Not open the floor. It's going to open up the shooters much more because Giannis is a freight train down low. So I got the Bucks still winning. I do think y'all have a legitimate chance of winning the series because y'all are good defensively, and y'all are good defensively, and Eric Spoelstra knows what to do against Giannis. But we gonna see. They say Giannis the best player in the world. Y'all the AC at the end of the day. I know he was out for 2 games, but y'all were the AC, David. I need to see Giannis come back and bring them back and win this series. Go ahead.
All right. So the crazy part about this postseason, right? I know we've only played 3 games, but we're the number 1 offense in the postseason so far. No, no, one, no, one, no 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 one We have the most points per game at a 124.3. and we have the best 3-point shooting team in the NBA right now with 50% from
Turn me
three.
up.
Let's go.
So, and our offensive rating is 124 as well. So that lets you
That's
know.
good.
So we're first in points per game, first in field goal percentage, first in 3-point percentage, first in offensive rating, first in effective field goal percentage, first in true shooting, and second in steals per game. So we're doing really good right now offensively. Yes, I understand that there's been no Giannis, but still, that's still a really good Bucks team that we played against.
Mm.
So I'm shocked at how good our offense has looked so far, but then again, I shouldn't be because Jimmy Butler always turns up, and he's actually leading the league in points per game right now, in the playoffs with 34-6.
Let's go. Drop the mic. Let's go. All right, Dave. You feeling confident, and I love it, man. I love it. Y'all play tonight. Y'all about to play soon, so let's hurry get the show over with so you can watch your game. All right. All right. So our next topic, we gotta talk about Kawhi Leonard, man. All right, we gotta talk about Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, man, is out. Tyronn Lue came out and said he's not low managing. He's really injured, and it's a knee injury basically. Kawhi and them knees, man. So I'm gonna kick this one off, right? Our reaction to this injury. Now, I was upset. I was really upset, David. Look at this, David. This was alarming to me when I looked this up. Kawhi Leonard in the last 3 years has played 104 games.
Wow,
That means he missed 142 games, David.
that is ridiculous.
Last 3 seasons, 142 games he missed. All right. This is why the regular season is important. This is why people need to value the regular season. Let me tell you why. Who valued the regular season this year? Embiid, the Philadelphia 76ers. And guess what? They sweat the Nets, and he has time to recover off his injury that he suffered in the playoffs. How about Giannis? Giannis got the number 1 seed. Giannis out, and it's just 2-1. They can still come back and win this thing. You got John Morant. I know they playing the Lakers, but at the end of the day, the Lakers is a playing team. They was able to win the game without John Morant. Imagine if John Morant got hurt against Phoenix. Imagine that, David. You think they would have won that game?
Nah.
Imagine if Milwaukee got hurt against Phoenix. You know, sorry, the Clippers. Milwaukee, I'm at. So the Clippers, you see Kawhi Leonard, he gets hurt, but they going against KD and Devin Booker, and with already an injured Paul George. That's why the regular season is valuable. I feel like these players are being so timid in the regular season, which getting them injured even more. I honestly believe that. So, I mean, the Clippers not going to remove Kawhi. Kawhi is not going to leave. Kawhi is from San Diego. All right, Kawhi is comfortable. Kawhi got his money. And the Clippers, man, I mean, they're tied with Kawhi. And I'm pretty sure when his contract is up, they're going to extend him. You know, so they just stuck with Kawhi. And this is what we're going to get from Kawhi every year, y'all. Like, we're going to miss most of the regular season, get to the playoffs, and get hurt. I mean, that's what's been going on ever since Toronto. And even in the Toronto series, they was claiming that he was hurt, that he played through it anyway. So I don't know what to say, man. I'm very disappointed in Kawhi Leonard, even though you can't control your injuries. But dang, I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta play more games. Just like Anthony Edwards said, man, you never know what you're gonna miss out on. You gotta play them games. I think I said this before when we mentioned it, when we talked about the Anthony Edwards thing, that back in the day, they played more games and didn't get hurt as much. Now people are playing less games and getting hurt more. So clearly there's something wrong with the low managing and everything else that's going on. You got to play more. You got to do whatever you can to. Kawhi maybe need to go work out with LeBron to see what he's doing with his body to make sure he's playing. Because he's played more games than you in the last 3 years, and he's older than you. Like, come on. I mean, I get it. It's LeBron. So that's an anomaly. But still, you're younger than him. You're a 2-time champion, 2-time Finals MVP, a Defensive Player of the Year. You're a great player, Kawhi, but you got to be out there, especially when your team needs you. You score over 30 the first 2 games that you played. Then since then, we haven't seen you. So and now you're out, and your team might get bounced because you aren't out there on the floor. You're already missing out on PG.
You know, Mike.
Well, yeah.
They getting bounced.
You're getting bounced. So Joe. Russ did put up 38. He did put up 30 last game.
David,
They still
You're
lost.
done, son.
they're done.
I'm just saying. And then Norman Powell had put up 40 another game. They still lost it, but Norman Powell put up 40. So it's always a possibility that it could happen. But I think they're done too. I think the Suns are going to win the series. I picked them to win the series before that anyway. But and Joe, it's crazy that you said that it was because of health why you didn't really pick the Suns, but really you should have picked the Suns because of the health.
No, it wasn't health. I ain't pick them because of depth. That's why.
Well, depth.
Yeah.
But I think you mentioned the Suns always being hurt or something like
Now
that.
I mentioned it when I was talking about the Kings. I was like, I don't know what's gonna go on. I said the Clippers and the Suns.
Okay.
When I was talking about the Kings going to the finals.
Okay. Well, these are two of the most injured, the two of the teams that have a lot of injured players, and the one with the most consistent one is the reason why it's not up right now. So
both of them.
Exactly. So Phoenix on to the next series, but Kawhi, come on, man, you gotta find a new balance. Stop playing them 992s, man. You might want to switch to Nikes or Jordans.
Man.
The New Balance is not good for your knees, my guy.
It's disappointing because it's a wide open Western Conference. Wide open.
There's no definite dominant team in the West right now. Like anybody can win it.
And we both can agree. You might not pick them, but this is a 7-game series with Paul George and Kawhi is healthy.
Oh, for sure. If Paul George and Kawhi Leonard were healthy, this is for sure 7-game series. I agree 100% on that.
So it's like, and it's the Suns, the favorites out the West, first round. You knock them out. It's no clear path, but it's most likely the toughest matchup of the whole playoffs. So, man, it's crazy. All right, so our next game. We haven't really talked about this series a lot, but the Knicks, man, went up 3-1 on the Cavs, Dave. The team that we both picked in the playoffs. We both picked the Knicks.
Yep.
All right. So, what's the main reason why the Knicks? I'm gonna start this one off. You started the first two. I got you, Dave. All right. Hold on. Let me read. What are these comments talking about? Dave, go ahead. 992s. I love to see Dave Troy. He's so nice.
No, the second one got.
I just want to like it's funny.
The second one got me.
Name his brand knee. Stop it. You should have named his brand knee balance.
My goodness, y'all worse than me in the comments.
So the main reason why the Knicks are up right now, Dave, the Knicks, right? These are the reasons why I picked the Knicks. I said Jalen Brunson outplayed Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs last year, and guess what's going on right now? Jalen Brunson is outplaying Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs this year. All right, so and they both getting attention, both of them. All right. Jalen Brunson right now is, Jalen Brunson is averaging 24, while Mitchell's averaging 22. They both shooting around the same amount of percentage, 45 Brunson, 44% Mitchell. But here's what's the difference. Brunson got 10 total turnovers. Mitchell got 16. And Mitchell looked bad on the road, bro. Look, what the whole Cavs team did. Let me say that, all right? And my X factor for the Cavs for them to win was Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley is 10 points a game. We need more than that, Evan Mobley. 10 points a game. We can't have that. We got to have more than that from you. And then my X factor for the Knicks was Josh Hart in the offensive rebounding. Right now, the Knicks are averaging 6.5 offensive rebounds a game. Sorry, not the Knicks. They're averaging 14 rebounds a game, which is good. That's really good. Mitchell Robinson so far got like 18 offensive rebounds. Josh Hart got 9 offensive rebounds. Just them two alone averaging almost 7 offensive rebounds a game. So the Knicks have shown to be the more physical team, the team that's willing to die for the loose balls, hustle for the offensive rebounds, hustle for the extra possessions. It's just the Knicks been a step faster than the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers had that one game in game 2 when they blew them out the water, and that was it. Outside of that, the Knicks had truly outplayed the Cavaliers every other game. So I have the Knicks still winning. I said in 7, but it's looking more like in 6. It could still be possibly in 7 if the Cavaliers make a run. And that's it. And another thing, the Cavaliers, they shot like when they went to New York, and like they jack up a lot of threes. They jack up a bunch of threes, which is cool, right? But then once they start missing, they shy away from those threes. And that's when in the NBA, you don't do that. You gotta keep shooting. That's why I told you that you gotta keep shooting. All right, you gotta stay with the confidence. So the New York Knicks, man, they just been outplaying them, out hustling them. So I got the Knicks still winning, which they still are, right? 3-1, and I got them finishing off the series probably in 6.
Yeah, that was the same thing I picked. I picked Knicks in 6. I know a lot of people were surprised that I picked the Knicks because of the Jimmy Butler, Julius Randle debate that we had. But honestly, I just believe in the Knicks more than the Cavs. The Knicks they just play like they want it more. That's one thing I see too. In every game, the Knicks just play harder. They especially with Jalen Brunson leading. I mean, I can't say Julius Randle. Julius Randle only had 7 points last game.
He's playing terrible. He's playing terrible, bro.
So I don't. So can we please stop the Jimmy Butler and Randle comparisons for now? You made your points about how they were back when before Jimmy came to Miami, but Jimmy Butler is clearly better than him, especially when it comes to playoff time. So let's just nip that in the bud. But Jalen Brunson and what shocked me is that RJ Barrett has played good in the last 2 games. He put up 29, 26 points the last game. I don't think anyone expected RJ Barrett to play. He got a big contract in the offseason. And this is where he only got that contract because they didn't know if Donovan Mitchell was going to come to the Knicks or not. And he chose to go and he actually got traded to the Cavaliers instead. So Donovan Mitchell, it looks like you made a mistake by going to the Cavaliers and not going to the Knicks because it looks like you got a better chance of winning a playoff series with the Knicks than you do with the Cavaliers. And Donovan Mitchell, you just got to do more. I mean, to me, it feels like the Cavaliers are too dependent on him to be able to win them a game.
Yeah. Because,
like you said, Mobley is only averaging 9, 10 points a game. That's not enough. It's not enough. Yes, you're a great defender, but you got to score. You got to score. You got to put some points on the board. You got to 15 points. Can you get 15 points a game, 15, 16 points a game? I mean, that would suffice, but you ain't even doing that. So you got to do more. So I said he was traded to the Cavs. I said that, Carl. I said he was traded.
Yeah, he's disappointing me right now, Evan Mobley. Even though he's a young second-year player, that's another factor right there. He's a second-year player, first go around the playoffs. I get it, but Spider-Man, come on, man, he gotta do better than that. What he did last game. I'm sorry, and they just getting beat, Dave. They just getting beat, especially in the Garden. They look terrible. Terrible. And Darius Garland can't throw a rock in the ocean. What my dad be saying, he can't even throw a rock in the ghost town. I mean, like, he can't do none of that stuff, man. Right? I mean, this man. I mean, I don't know. They're not consistent at all. But both teams hasn't been shooting the ball well consistently. But that's been New York all year. New York hasn't shot a good percentage all year. But what they will do, get second chance points. I guarantee you that. All right. So New York. Proud of y'all. Keep it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Carl, yes, I did say he should have chosen to go to New York, but I switched it and said that he got traded to the Cavaliers. So I fixed what I said.
I mean, we all know what you meant. We know what you meant. All right, let's move on. Now, let's talk about J-Mo's guy, Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, another injury. Missed game 4. And they say he's progressing, getting better, but he's hurt. So should his injury be a concern for the 76ers?
Yes. When is it not a concern? It should be a concern. Look, I think J-Mo came on here and said that almost every single postseason, it's been something in the playoffs that deals with Joel Embiid. Until he switches his diet or something and changes his workout plan, this is what we're gonna see. I feel like this is just normal when it comes to Joel Embiid. There's always going to be some kind of injury that comes to him. And I guess this is why he doesn't play 65-plus games every single year, because the injuries are just too much. Hey, Joel Embiid, I say stop going to McDonald's, man, and pick up a different diet. Do keto or something. I don't know what's going on, but whatever you're doing, man, let's switch it. I actually want to see you become successful, Joel. I actually want to see you do better, but I don't know. It seems like an injury is just going to come with you every single time. Now, I mean, if he comes and if they're going to play Boston, They're going to play Boston in the next round.
Mm-hmm. We know that.
So, and B, they're going to need you for sure because I don't think they're going to win that series without you. Right now, I would pick the Celtics to win that series, but that's not to say that that the 76ers can't win that series. Like, if it goes 6-7, the 76ers definitely got a chance to win that series. So, for sure, I don't think it's going to go 4 or 5. I don't call it sweep or gentleman sweep. So, it's going to at least 6-7. So, you got a chance to win, but you got to be healthy and that team depends on you. So, you got to do whatever you can to be healthy.
Man, MB, man. So yes, it always should be concerning when it's MB. MB injury history. I mean, he missed basically the first 2 years of injury. And man, we hurt his whole career. So in the playoffs, Joel Embiid is always some crap going on. In 2018, he had a fracture in his eye that needed surgery. In 2019, he had a stomach virus and left knee tendonitis, right? And he had an upper respiratory infection. All that in 2019. In 2020, Ben Simmons was out for the playoffs, so they got swept by Boston. 2021, right? He had a small lateral meniscus tear in his right knee. In 2022, last year, he had a torn ligament in his right thumb that required surgery. And he also had another fracture in the face and the mouth concussion. So he's always hurt. And now he got another injury on his knee. Like, they set him out versus Jokic to avoid something like this. That's what they did. Now, one thing I could say, the regular season matters. They earned the 3rd seed in the East. They earned to play the weakest opponent in the playoffs, which is the Nets. So they earned the right to sweep the Nets, and they earned the right to wait longer than Boston Celtics, who lost the game, who did them a favor and lost the game to the Hawks. And the Hawks could extend it even more if they win another one in Boston. So this is definitely an issue. This is definitely if I was a Phillies 76ers fan, I'll be worried because you want Embiid at full strength. All right, full strength against the Boston Celtics. So yes, they should be worried. But I think Embiid should be okay because of this rest he's getting. I think he should be okay. But we never know with Embiid.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. Like I said, I want to see a great series, and I want to see him have an opportunity to get to the finals. I want to see him at least get to the Eastern Conference Finals. So we'll see.
Yeah, Devin come out the cut. Devin come out the cut with his little slam. Right. They can't beat Boston. Hey, I'm picking Boston to win that series too. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So our next topic, Sacramento Kings and the Warriors. All right. We just found out that De'Aaron Fox, man, has an injury. Man, in his shooting hand on his finger. All right. I'm gonna look at I got the exact injury right here. So De'Aaron Fox, where it go? De'Aaron Fox. I'm looking for, our group chat. All right. De'Aaron Fox has suffered a fractured index finger in his left shooting hand. All right. So he's expected to be doubtful game 5, which is Wednesday. So, like, the question is, how confident are you of the Kings? We both picked the Kings. How confident are you of the Kings winning the series knowing Fox's injury? Now, David, they said this injury happened. Oh, what did I just do? They said his injury happened in game 3, if I'm not mistaken. Game 3 in the 4th quarter. All right? Game 3 in the 4th quarter. So, here we go. Yeah, game 3 in the 4th quarter. And remember, in game 4, he dropped 38 points. So, David, if De'Aaron Fox plays, I'm out of 10. All right? I'm out of 10. If he plays, I'm out of 10 because if he's out there, he's out there. There's no excuses. It's really not. Kobe played through it with a broken finger throughout the whole playoffs, won the championship. All right. So if he's out there with that same messed up fractured finger, David, he had 38 points, 9 rebounds. And I like how he started the game. In the 1st quarter, he had 10 points with shooting 50%. In the 4th quarter, he had 12 points, 4 rebounds. So he looked pretty good to me the last time I saw him play. Now if he's not out there, I'm at a 6. If he misses one game, I'm at like a 6 if he misses one game, 6 or 7. But I'm still on the positive side of things of us winning the series still. Now, That now I don't think it's gonna be a big issue. I think he'll still be able to get a shot off. I mean, like I said, we just saw it last game. Now the issue with the Kings have to do in game 5, Malik Monk has to show up. Keegan Murray Malik Monk doesn't have to show up. Let me start there because we don't need a specific person off the bench to step up, but we need our bench to step up basically on the road. And what killed at home and what killed the Kings last game in the fourth quarter. First of all, we had 5 turnovers leading up to the fourth quarter, and in the fourth quarter we had 5 turnovers. So that's what killed us. All right. So Steph Curry blessed us. We had an opportunity to win the game. Had a wild open shot with Harrison Barnes. Did a great job with double team and De'Aaron Fox. But I thought that we should have had more space on the floor or not call timeout and just get the ball to De'Aaron Fox with 10 seconds left and let him go to work. But it's all good. The series tied 2-2. I really thought, first of all, I thought the Warriors would win one of the first 2 games. That's why I had it going 6. But they didn't. And when they didn't win one of the first 2 games, I'm like, we going back 3-1. But the Warriors did what they're supposed to do. They held it down in home court. Now it's the Kings' job to hold it down in home court in sack time, which I believe they will. And I still have the Kings winning in 6, like I originally had in the first place. So I think we'll be good.
Yeah, I feel the same way I did before the series started. I felt like both teams were good at home. Like I said, the Warriors are not a good road team. They haven't been a good road team all year long. And that's why I felt like the Kings would win those first 2 home games, and they did. Mm-hmm. But I also said that the Warriors are a better home team, and they would win those 2 games at home, and that's what happened. So I picked the Kings to win in 7. For right now, I still feel like it'll go 7. It could go 6, depending on how the game goes in game 5. But I'm not sure. Like I said, right now, I'm still going with the Kings in 7. I don't feel any different than what I did from game 4. It would have been, for me, it would have been different if the Kings lost in a blowout fashion. If they lost in blowout fashion, then I'm like, yeah, Joe, I'm a little worried now. But I'm not. I mean, you lost by 1 point. It was 126-125. You lost with. Now, I do feel like that play call at the end could have been a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you were able to space the ball out more, put Malik Monk in the corner, put Harrison Barnes in the corner, then have do whatever you can to make sure you have Steph 1-on-1 with De'Aaron Fox. I like De'Aaron Fox in that position. And that's not to say that Steph Curry is a trash defender, but he's not one of the best defenders in the league. He's a good defender. He does whatever he can to make sure he makes plays. But Fox is going to be able to get past Steph, and he can make a good mid-range shot or not. I will put it in my clutch player's hand. He's the clutch player of the year for a reason. So I would have put it in his hands for him to be able to get that shot. And I feel like the play call was just a little bit questionable. I mean, Harrison Barnes has been there before. He's an NBA champion, so he's been there before. He knows exactly what it takes to get to that point. So I get it. Yeah, Ben clutch as well. But me personally, I would have rather had put that in De'Aaron Fox's hands. That's just me.
I agree. And Tomo hit me with a question. Shout out Tomo once again. Happy birthday to your princess. Kawhi is out for game 5. Another update, by the way. Not surprising. But Tomo hit me with a question. He said, what did the last game tell you about your team? Now, we said on game 3, the Warriors came out with this intensity. They came out mad, and we didn't match it. And then Mike Brown came out and said that we got to match the intensity, and I expected that to happen. That's exactly what they did. They matched the intensity. I love the way they responded. If you are like, the game was entertaining. It was back and forth, a lot of runs, a lot of lead changes. But one thing what Mike Brown said, he said that we can't basically complain about the refs. That's what I love about Mike Brown, David. He's not going to be that coach that comes in the press conference post game in the playoffs. He might do in the regular season, but he understands the playoffs and complain about the refs. He said, if I was a ref, he said we go in, we throw some stuff out, we complain to the ref. He said, if I was a referee, I wouldn't call that either because you're begging for a foul, you're crying for a foul. He said you gotta play through that, and I love Mike Brown for saying that. And then so he said we gotta clean that up, and he said that's when our inexperience kicks in. Also, he said that we gave up 2 big threes because we took bad angles. Like I know y'all know one of them when Steph Curry went around the screen and Fox tried to go under the screen. And Steph Curry hit the 3 wide open. Same thing happened to Klay Thompson on the left side of the court. So he said those plays are just you saying it's only one play. I'm not gonna give my all this play. All right. And he said in the playoffs against a Golden State Warriors, you can't do that. You can't give up on any play. And that's why I think this series is so good for us. It's so good for us, right? The Kings survive and win this series. Man, anything they see going forward, we saw it before. We saw it before because we're going against the NBA champions. All right. So I love the way they responded. And I'm looking forward to Wednesday game, even with the messed up index finger.
Yeah, I don't think the finger's gonna be an issue. He played well with it. So I mean, he played game 4. He still played well in that game. So I don't think it's gonna be an issue.
Yeah. And then lastly, J-Mo said, y'all need Malik Monk, Joe, because Fox can't be the only creator. I get you. Like, facilitate all that stuff. I'm saying we don't need Malik Monk to give us 20. That's what I'm saying. We don't need that. Now, if he ends up being the guy to give us 20, then I'm with that. But what we got to do, we got to hit these threes, right? Because we collapsing the defense and we getting open shots. We just got to hit them. We hit them last game, so let's see we hit them at home.
Yeah, and I think Malik Monk needs to slow down sometimes when he's driving. I think
that's what he's talking about.
I think sometimes
it's a bonus.
He's a little too antsy sometimes because I feel like he made a couple bad plays. I was like, Malik Monk, you don't need to do that. Just slow down a little bit. You got the lead. Just relax. Play your game and drive the ball when you know you got it. Don't just drive and try to make a pass that you don't really see.
See, he's getting fouled, right, in the regular season. But Mike Brown, like, bro, they're not caught, bro. First of all, he ain't going to state. They're not caught. Malik, chill out. Like, and then if you're wild like that, okay, I don't like you being wild, but don't be wild and then complain and then allow a transition play. That's what Malik been doing the whole time we ain't going to state. He go to the cup and he's like throwing his arm every single time he goes to the cup. Sabonis too. So I think he's talking to those two players, like Sabonis and Malik. Stop looking for the foul and look for the bucket. How about that? Or look for the open. He said, I'd rather get us an open 3 and we miss versus you throw us some big wild stuff like that. So, but I'm ready though. I got my man. I can't wait. We need to win Wednesday. I need to use this cowbell. It's been a while since I used my cards right here. I'm itching to shake it. David, I can't do it right now. I gotta wait for the dub to come.
Yeah, it's banned for right now.
We still in Oracle. We gotta wait till we get into the summer.
It's all
good.
Right.
Let's go to our next game. So our next game, this is crazy right here, man. So Dylan Brooks and the Memphis Grizzlies get handled by the Los Angeles Lakers, even though John Morant dropped 22 straight points in the fourth quarter and got them down by 10 points and lost by 10 points after being down by over 20.
Put a 45. My goodness.
He was cooking. But Dylan Brooks, y'all know after game 2 when they won, he said LeBron trash and all this stuff. Do y'all know he got ejected for hitting LeBron in the midsection? Oh, we ain't got the footage. Tomo, shout out to Tomo in here. Dang. All right. Hit LeBron in the midsection. They talked to him at the game. First of all, he didn't want to talk. It's out there. All right. And then he said he's being villainized. That's what he said. That the media is turning him to a villain. So, Dave, should Dylan Brooks have got ejected for that meat shot?
Now, when you look at it in normal speed, it doesn't look like it was intentional. But when you slow it down, first, I don't know what you were trying to do right there, but it clearly didn't look like you was trying to go for the ball at that moment.
I think you're talking about this comment. Oh, hold on. This comment right here. Hold on, what's going on? All these comments coming through.
Yeah, all these comments are coming through. My goodness.
He said John Morant put up 4-5. Get it? I said,
Carl, come on. Too soon. Okay, but man, it, like I said, in normal speed, it didn't look like it was intentional. But when you slow the video down, he was not going for the ball. I don't care what anyone says. It didn't look like he was going for the ball for me. It looked like he meant. I don't think he meant to hit him in the groin, but he definitely wasn't going for the ball. The ball was all the way over here when he tried to do it, and he hit him right here. I was like, come on, Dylan. Come on. Now, I don't think he meant to hurt LeBron. I guess I don't think he meant to hurt LeBron, but maybe I need to look at the video again, but to me, it didn't look like he was really going for the ball. But like I said, I also don't think he meant to hit him in the midsection either. I think he was just trying to, I guess, push him off, or maybe try to push him with his fist or something like that. But yeah, I don't think he should have got ejected, but it didn't look like he was going to the ball for me.
See, the NBA is in a messed up situation because we just saw James Harden hit Cuz in the midsection off a basketball move and he got ejected. Flagrant too. So you come to like days later, Dylan Brooks does something similar, hit LeBron, and think about it. It's Dylan Brooks, the guy who leads the league in the most texts this year. All right. He got the most texts this year. He's the guy that's known to be a dirty player, right? And you hit the golden child of the NBA, LeBron James. You hit LeBron James. The NBA loves LeBron. That's an automatic ejection. That's an automatic ejection. So I think LeBron sold the mess out of it though. I think LeBron sold the mess out of it. I'm not sure if he really actually got hit in the midsection. He probably did. Sorry if you did, LeBron, my bad. But I think he if he did, he sold the mess out of it because held his face. I think immediately. I'm like, all right, bro. But
at first I thought he hit him in his thigh. I thought he just hit him in his thigh.
I wish he had a footage, man. With Tomo when you need him. All right, but yeah, I do think that it was a right call because of who it is and who was it against. They already got some beef going on within the media. They had a pregame talk, whatever, and then that happened in the midsection. So, and then James Harden just got thrown out. So yeah, and then also being victimized as a villain. Last time I checked, I thought he embraced that role. I thought he said he was a villain. If I'm not mistaken, I thought he embraced that villain role. That he even said, "I want to be like Draymond Green, who was a villain." All right, so when he said that, I didn't really get what he's saying. He tried to say the media is painting him to be that, but he's actually forcing himself to be that guy.
Yeah,
so.
He going out his way to talk about play. You called LeBron old. You did that. They didn't ask you if he was old. You called him that. They asked you a basketball question. You said, "I don't care. He's old. Unless he push 40 on me, I don't care." Like, come on, bro. Like, you don't need to do that. A lot of stuff you do makes you the villain. The media ain't making you a villain. You're doing it to yourself. Actually, the Grizzlies team are the villains. It's not just you. You're the main villain, but the whole Grizzlies team. It's all y'all. The entire team. The only person that I'll probably say maybe not be is Steven Adams, but we know he ain't soft. So it's the entire team have painted themselves as villains. Y'all talk trash all the time. Jaren Jackson Jr. Remember he put strength in numbers as a tweet. So y'all do it. Y'all do it yourselves. Don't try to blame the media when y'all do it yourselves. Don't be mad when you continue to get put out the first and second round. So do more.
I think it still got a chance to win the series, though. All that being said,
I think it's over.
You do? I think it's still going to be a series.
I think it's over. I picked the Lakers in 6. I think it's over.
Dang. All right. We'll see. All right. And our last topic. Man, we don't have to. Man, Tomo, where are you when we need you, man? We got no footage right now.
Hey,
so KD.
Tomo, trust me, you are appreciated with the videos. We don't have any right now.
Your presence. Right, we could feel the change, and no sound effects for real, no
exactly.
Video. Exactly. All right. So KD and CP3 praised Russell Westbrook after they beat the Clippers in Game 4 to go up 3-1. Basically said that when you're a great player, they're gonna find things bad to say about you, but after he retires, people are gonna praise him basically. All right. So Dave, what is your reaction to that?
I mean, I agree to an extent. When you play, when you're the only person to have averaged a triple double in the season, other than Oscar Robertson, if you've done it 4 out of 5 seasons, you're automatically one of the greatest players of all time. Not too many players have done that. LeBron has never averaged a triple-double in a season. We've seen him average it in the finals, in a series, but not for a season. It's not easy to do.
It's not.
And one thing about Russell Westbrook, no matter what anyone says, Russell Westbrook is going to give it his all every single game. So yes, that's a reason why I agree with it. But
Okay.
with those stats, it hasn't led to winning.
Mm.
So I think that's the one thing that a lot of the analysts have said. Like, yes, he's a great player individually, but when it comes to team basketball, it doesn't lead to winning. And he's played well in the playoffs this year, but it hasn't led to wins. Now that also accounts to not having two of your best players on the floor, with Paul George already being out. Said that he wasn't going to return. Said that he wasn't going to be there until the second round. But right now, it doesn't look like they're going to make it to the second round because Kawhi Leonard has been out and is out for Game 5. So technically, they're putting everything on Russ's shoulders to be able to win this game. And even if Russ puts up 35 again, I don't see them winning this series. One, because it's been proven that no matter what he does, it doesn't lead to winning. Now that's not to say that he's a selfish player. I don't think Russ has ever been a selfish player. He's always averaged at least 8 assists a season, no matter where he was, especially when he was starting. Now the last 2 seasons he's been on the bench, so he hasn't averaged that. But he's been a pretty consistent assist man in his career. So he does whatever he can to get his teammates involved. And I know that people go back to when Kevin Durant was OKC. They said that's why Durant left, because he didn't want the ball to be in Russ's hand when it came to making that decision. So I get that, but I mean, Russ's stats just doesn't lead to winning. That's the biggest issue. If it led to winning, then it probably wouldn't be an issue. But until it leads to winning, I mean, Russ is going to be Russ. Russ is not a trash player. He's not sorry. But it just doesn't lead to winning. He's just not a fit for a championship team. I think I've said that before, and I'll say it again. He's just not a fit for a championship team. He wasn't a fit with the Lakers. Also said I felt like it wasn't going to be a fit with the Clippers. Now it's been better when they had all their players there, but him by himself, it's not going to lead to any winning.
All right, so look, Westbrook these playoffs, right? He averaged more points per game in these playoffs than LeBron, AD, Jokic, and Donovan Mitchell. He averaged more rebounds per game than Horford, Julius Randle, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Aaron Gordon. He averaged more assists per game than LeBron, Mike Conley, DeJounte Murray, and Darius Garland. And he averaged more blocks a game, this is going to surprise you right here, than Claxton, Lopez, Rudy Gobert, and Jaren Jackson Jr.
Wow.
Right? So Russ is all over the place.
Russ everywhere, man. That's what he does. He hustles. He hustles. He's going to play. He's going to give you 110% every single night.
All right. So now, okay. Now, this is why. All right. It's rewind. Westbrook was never really that criticized in OKC, for real, until he started talking back to the media. He started carrying the media. I remember one time they tried to ask Steven Adams a question, he cut them all that stuff. So, and we got to remember when he won MVP, I didn't think he should have won it. It should have definitely been James Harden. They were the number 2 seed, I think. They had the second best record in the NBA, and James Harden almost averaged a triple-double his daggone self. And Westbrook won as a lower seed only because he got a triple-double. So the media actually love to watch Westbrook, because Westbrook would put all these numbers up. It wasn't until he got to LA when he really started getting criticized. When you play for the Los Angeles Lakers, it's like playing for the Dallas Cowboys. You are on a microscope by the whole NBA, the whole world.
Also, when you're on the same team as LeBron James, that happens.
The double whammy. Not only you play for the Lakers, you play with LeBron James. I mean, and last but not least, you were the third guy. You know how that goes when you're the third guy on the LeBron team.
But Chris Bosh, Kevin Love, they let you know.
So that's when he really started getting criticized. Now, obviously, there was some unfair criticism towards Westbrook. But that's not surprising. We knew that. We knew when LA got Westbrook, we knew it was not a fit. People pick the Lakers to win to West on the strength of LeBron James. For real. Like, they got LeBron and AD. If LeBron and AD is healthy, they should win the West. So people pick them off the strength of that. Now, Westbrook, right? His issue is this when he went to LA. When he was criticized, not even criticized wrongly, when people asked him straight up questions about his turnovers he was getting, instead of taking blame of his own actions, he always danced around the question or made a type of excuse on his type of play. So that was my problem. My problem was like, you gotta take, as a leader, you take responsibility. Right? Even if your team lose, you take responsibility. I gotta play better. I gotta do this better. I gotta do this better. I gotta do this better. But he kept deflecting. So that's why Westbrook has the name he has right now. See, I had a feeling that he's gonna work out with the Clippers because I felt like when he went to LA, the Lakers, they didn't define his role. And he's not a pure point guard. I mean, they trying to think he Magic Johnson. He's not a pure point guard for real. And with the Clippers, they got shooters around them, right? He's the type of guy that'll go full steam down the lane. He'll draw a lot of attention, collapse the defense, and kick it out. That's Westbrook game right there. All right. And the Clippers is a good team for that. So, and you got Tyler Lue as a head coach who told him straight up, I want you to be Russ, but within our offense. AD and LeBron, we want Russ to be Russ. We want Russ to be Russ. Tyler Lue was like, I want you to be Russ, but within our offense. That's what he told him straight up. All right. So that's why he's getting criticized because he didn't take no responsibility of his actions when he was in LA. And he got to admit, that was a dumpster fire. The whole thing in LA. And then coincidentally, like, I'm not saying it's his fault, but that's how everyone's gonna look at it. You leave, and the Lakers look way better. And obviously, it's not because of Westbrook, it's because they got better pieces that could fit LeBron and AD. Westbrook was a terrible fit for LeBron and AD. Terrible.
He was. He wasn't a good fit.
Way better fit for Paul George and Kawhi because they both can shoot the three. So that's my take on that.
Yep, he was a much better. If we compare the two LA teams, he's a much better fit for the Clippers than he is with the Lakers. Now, like I said, I didn't think that he was a good fit for them, but it was mainly because of the normal power situation. But I think Joe, you had mentioned when we had the episode before that Norman Powell was out, so we didn't really get to see that down. We didn't really get to see that dynamic. But now we're sitting in the playoffs, and it actually works out. So
they can shoot.
Yeah, they can, and that's what Westbrook just needs a lot of shooters around him, and he has that. But
yeah,
I would like to see if more likely Russ he's only on a 1-year deal. I would like to see him re-sign with the Clippers and see if they are healthy next year. See what he'll do with them.
I think he will, unless he's trying to get paid again. If he's trying to get paid again, he might leave. But I don't know. I mean, he's looking good right now. Somebody might give him a chance. But tell you right here, he was getting criticized a little in Houston, not as much now, but they was on him. I mean, not really.
I think that was one season for
no, it wasn't. They was on him and James Harden because everybody's like, you got two players that lead the league in usage rate the last 4 years playing together. How is that gonna work? That's what everybody kept saying. And then I wasn't doing a show then. I wasn't on it was no Refuse to Lose then. But I was telling people like, like Dave on the side, shout out to my man Daryl, my brothers. I was like, James Harden point guard. I forgot. James Harden is like it's a legit point guard, and James Harden can shoot. That's the difference between like it's gonna work. And what they do, they got rid of all those big people, all those big men, got a bunch of guards and forwards, and they opened up the lane. And Westbrook and James Harden was killing. They started killing in the regular season, and then going into the bubble, they were like the third favorite to win the whole thing, something like that. So he didn't really get criticized like as bad. It's not until he went to LA.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they traded big man for him. Yeah. So, all right, Dave, good show, man. Let's wrap this up, man. Great show. So, hey y'all, if you haven't yet, like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, first of all, shout out 600 subscribers, man. So happy that happened. We
601 now. Tom had to put that in the comments. So 601 now.
601 subscribers right now. We on a ride. Way to 1,000 by June. All right. And I appreciate everybody who subscribed so far and those who will in the future. Also, share this video, y'all, because once this live is ended, they, like whoever's not on right now, you can send it to them. They can go and rewatch it. Right, go back and watch it. And then appreciate y'all for being in the comment section. Y'all always in the comments. Y'all always interacting with us. I'm telling y'all, without the comments, there's no show. There's no show. All right. So we appreciate y'all a lot for being in the comment section. And Dave, one more time, go over those ID chats we got going on.
Yeah, man. So in those IG chats, man, like I said, we got NBA mixing with the WNBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, college football. Shout out to the draft. The draft is going to happen this Thursday. We're going to have a live draft show. So be prepared for that. And then we got college basketball, men and women. Then we got boxing mixing with the UFC. So we're going to have a recap of the boxing episode. We had Tank won, knocked him out in the 7th round with a body shot, hit him in his rib.
He was literally and his nose stopped bleeding.
Yeah. Just like Fast said on the show. Just like Fast said on the show. Shout out to my guy Fast. But basically in all of these chats, we give you breaking news. No matter what the breaking news may be. It could be a transfer portal, it could be a signing. Like I said, Ime Udoka is now the head coach for the Houston Rockets.
It's crazy.
I know. Sorry, Joe.
No, we good. I'm happy for my cousin Ty.
NFL, Aaron Rodgers is going to be a Jet soon. The trade was made today. It has to be sent to the league office. So we give you all these news in that. We also have healthy debates in there. We have healthy debates in these chats. We talk about any and everything that come in there. We make bets. We make bets in these chats because you see, I win most of my bets. I've lost a couple, but I win most of my bets.
Mm-hmm.
Just to try to stay a little bit humble. But you don't want to bet me, just so you know. And then we just have fun. We have a lot of fun in these stuff. And then in the Refuse to Lose chat, that's the Refuse to Lose family. So everybody that has come on the show multiple times, people that have usually in the comment section, that are in all the other chats, those are the guys that are in the Refuse to Lose chat. So shout out to everybody that's in there. Cardo, Vaughn, JMO, Tay, Carl, Coach, my brother Tony, my boy LB, Trent, Teddy. If I forget you, I'm sorry, but I feel like I named everybody. Yeah, I said JMO.
No, Kevo.
Kevo. Yeah, can't forget about you, Blaze. Can't forget about y'all.
Yeah,
so all of y'all, appreciate y'all. Family. Yeah, that's everybody in there. I didn't know other besides Joe. Oh, and Ty. Can't forget about Ty. So except for Joe, Ty, and LB, those are only 3 people that I knew. But everyone else welcomed me with open arms. So I appreciate y'all. And y'all know Tomo, of course, is on. I mean, Tomo's on the show, so of course he's on there. So I didn't really need to mention his name. But shout out to everybody in the Refuse to Lose family. We appreciate y'all, and let's get it.
Let's get it, man. All right, let's wrap this up. Last words. Commanders, man. Let's prove them wrong this year. NFL draft is Thursday. Watch out for the NFL draft show. Excited about that. And Sacramento, listen, just like this being this Wednesday. Fox, this is your legendary moment right here. You put out the Warriors with a fractured finger on your shooting hand? Come on, man. You pull this off, Fox, you're going to be a legend, dog. You're going to be a legend. So let's make it work. Shout out to the Bean team.
Hey, Jimmy Buckets, I heard you are balling out right now in the first half. Shout out to you, Jimmy Buckets. Miami Heat, it's been a long season. We got a chance to beat the Bucks in the first round. I know we got some injuries that happened, Oladipo, so, prayers to Oladipo, man. I know you got torn left patella tendon, so prayers to you. I know you won't be back for a full year, so hopefully you recover well. You were one of my key factors in the series because you're a really good defender and you were actually playing pretty well in that game.
From PG County.
Yep, from PG County. So my guy. So shout out to you, man. Hope you recover well. And San Francisco, look, we have nothing to worry about, fellas. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Trey Lance is not being traded. You know,
Yeah, I knew that.
he is not being traded. So don't worry about that, okay? He's still going to be there. We don't know if Brock Purdy is going to play this season or not because he said that he don't know. You know, right now he's practicing throwing with his left hand to see if he can become ambidextrous. I don't think it's going to work out, but hey, and I've also heard, you know, someone say that he is just Jimmy 2.0. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, we got nothing to worry about. Our defense is going to be fine. Let's just coast and see how the season goes and develop Trey. Give him an opportunity to play.
Yeah, I knew y'all wasn't going to trade him.
Yeah, but you know, there were rumors out there that teams were calling, and John Lynch was like, "Look, let me nip this in the bud. He ain't going nowhere." All right.
Yeah. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.